instances why you think of the negative trauma inherited from all your past ancestors. Instantly deprograms or erases this. Think of all the negative trauma from past ancestors. It's all been deprogrammed or erased when the muscles stay strong. Now think of all the negative trauma you've experienced in your life. Okay, think of all the negative trauma you've experienced. Okay, all the negative trauma you've experienced. Get it. No more negative trauma. I tell people to deprogram or erase the negative trauma at the end of every day before they go to sleep. This gets rid of all the negative trauma so that it can't affect your sleep and your dreams in a negative way. Then do it again in the morning when you wake up to get rid of the dream irrationalities. Okay? From ear to ear across the top of the head, there's 1,500 trillion nerve connections. Our bodies are controlled by these 1,500 trillion positive and negative connections on both sides of the brain by this enormous set of motorism switches. These are accurately pre-programmed patterns in our mental computer. Each step we take takes over 300,000 positive and 300,000 negative connections that have to be switched over 100 times. And to determine which ones are connected, the sensor connections on the back of the sensor cortex record each movement. This is how we're able to move. Okay? Each time I move my finger, I'm going to be checking thousands of nerve connections. Lock it in. Okay, if it goes dial, always double check it because sometimes people inadvertently let it go. Lock it in. Okay? There could be one nerve connection or 1,000. So whatever's under the width of my finger. You take the 2 fire fingers, hold them over the spot. Instantly the nerve connections are corrected. Could be one nerve connection or it could be 1,000. It's whatever's under the width of the finger. Lock it in. Okay. From ear to ear across the back of the head, 4,500 trillion sensor connections. Lock it in. Lock it in. I've had people instantly get their hearing back. Lock it in. When I've corrected these, lock it in. One 26-year-old girl in Venice Beach, never heard a thing in her life. After our balancer corrected the nerve connection, she got her hearing. When she first came up, she was, you couldn't hardly understand her. She was, talking, she couldn't hear herself talk. She was talking not so good. Anyway, by the time she left, her speech was almost normal. She was correcting herself that quickly. Okay, now we're going to check your TMJ. Open your mouth as wide as you can. Lock your arms straight up. Okay, TMJ is out on that side. And open as wide as you can. It's out on that side. To correct this, you take your 2 fire fingers. This one goes right outside the ear hole. This one's going to flick down like this. This one's going to flick towards your nose like this. See? That corrects the TMJ on this side. Open your mouth. Lock it in. Instantly corrects it. To correct the other side, you do the same thing here. Lock it in. You know it's corrected when the muscle stays strong. Okay? both hands above your head, put your hands together like you're praying. Now reach as far above your head as you can with both hands. Okay, bend your elbows. See how much higher the right shoulder is than the left? Okay. Rubbing below the base of the medulla oblongata sets the atlas vertebra where the skull sits on the spine. At the same time, levels the shoulders, sets the 7th cervical vertebra, and gets rid of most neck and shoulder pain. If you ever wake up in the morning, stiff neck, can't turn your head either direction, all you have to do is reach up right where the neck hinges, rub in a circular motion. Instantly, the pain goes away, and you can freely turn your head both directions. It works every time. Reach both hands above your head again now. Bend your elbows. How nice and even they are now?
Yeah.
Then we go down to the hips. Okay. Your right hip is about 1/4 of an inch higher than your left. Not too bad. Most people are a lot worse. Just relax your legs. With a little bit of traction, you rotate the legs 8 times each direction. This brings the hips perfectly even. And at the same time, levels the hips, sets the lower lumbar vertebra. Okay, go ahead and stand up now. Okay. Now to set the middle or thoracic vertebra, we polarize the back. Left hand on the lower sacrum area, right hand on the upper part of the spine. Slowly bend over forward until it's uncomfortable, like you're going to touch your toes. And then slowly come back. Okay, again. Notice how you can go down further each time, increasing your range of motion, flexibility. I had a guy 80 years old, salesman at a garage I was just happened to be at. Never been able to touch his toes, even when he was young and in the Marines. When I put him into balance, he touched his toes for the first time. This gets rid of most back pain. Okay, go ahead and lay back down on the table again. Okay, make sure I got everything. Go ahead and put your head at this end now. Now to make sure he's in total balance, we're going to go back and check the muscles and organs that tested weak. If he's in total balance now, they should all test strong. Okay, movements like this. Resist. Don't let me pull this leg into the other leg. Gluteus medius. Circulation and sex. Don't let me hit you in the tummy. Teres minor thyroid. Moves down like this. Resist. Anterior deltoid gallbladder. And keep your knees straight. Don't let me put this leg down on the table. Strong psoas kidneys. That's it.